So now that we know what boundaries are and we've looked at all four of the boundary types, we're going to talk about blurred boundaries and using professional judgment. Blurred boundaries are when you don't know or you could be teetering on the line of violating a boundary or not violating a boundary, such as if you are an educator in a school and your nephew attends the school, how do you keep that relationship personal at home and professional at school? So, blurred boundaries, specifically in rural communities, but this applies to any other community, you have to ensure that social contact with students happens with parent and guardian approval. So, again, you should be keeping a log of all of the people you are talking to, even if it is your nephew that works at this school. You should avoid being alone with your students, like I said, with the relationship and physical boundaries, keeping the door open. You should refrain from discussing learning progress or workplace matters in social settings. So, again, if your nephew is one of your students and you see him at Thanksgiving dinner, you shouldn't be talking about his performance in the classroom at Thanksgiving dinner because it's inappropriate in a social setting, but that is a conversation that is to be had at school or in a parent-teacher interview. You should also maintain professional distance despite increased community interaction. So again, if you're out at the grocery store and you see your nephew, that's okay because it's your nephew. But if you see your student, you should probably just wave from a distance. So using professional judgment is key in ensuring you don't violate any of these boundaries, and especially in looking at blurred boundaries. Some of the key steps would be to recognize the potential problems that could arise from the situation and to gather the facts and the evidence. Your next step would be to review known information and expectations of yourself as an educator. Third would be to report and consult with other professionals as needed. So if you're unsure about the implications of a boundary or if you would be breaking one, you could ask a superior like your department head or admin. And then last, you would reflect on the different types of boundaries and their implications, what kind of consequences they would have, and just what you should be doing as an educator.